Hello people, it's me, Rodog UK. Unfortunately we have an error 404 again. Unfortunately the one and only El Jimmy Poo is off tonight on a staff do. A little Christmas party somewhere down in Cardiff, so I suspect around about now he's well on the way to getting himself plastered. And if he misbehaves, Jess will probably plaster him even some more. It's Monday, so I'm here at least. I love you. I do. Actually, I do. He has sent me up a little pre-record. Now, we'll have a look at that later. I've done a little pre-record. We'll have a look at that later. Are you spotting a pattern here? I'm also going to be looking a bit at this again. Yes, the Rokstar. But now I have something else to go with it. It arrived in the post on Saturday. And I shall be teasing you with, well, little things really, because I can. And that's what I do. Now then. And cue. Almost missed it there. I was just about to click on the camera and thought, oh, I've got sound. And of course if I'd have come onto this camera, you'd have been hearing what I'm saying now. Now. And now. And now. You know what the echoes are like. Right, one thing I did forget to mention is I'm also going to be finishing off the rest of these, which I got from the knees up from TW on some of their juices. Who likes silver bullets? Hands up, who likes silver bullets? I can see you in the chat. I'm not going to interact with you, so behave. Alright, I'm pointing a finger here because I don't have a pipe. Actually, behave. Alright? I do like that. I'm going to tease you with this. Do you like silver bullets? This is not your average silver bullet. This has been enhanced, modified, made better than the original. If that was at all possible, this proves it is. But I'm not going to say too much about what may or may not have happened, because I can neither confirm nor deny that something may be inside of here which is giving it a boost. Because to do that would just be nasty on my part, so instead I'm going to tease you. But I will say to you that even though I am teasing you with this throughout the day, sorry I took some meds an hour ago, bad mistake, perhaps something will be forthcoming in another show later on in the week. Matrixu the kicking bullet, he says in chat. Willow Fairy, evidently you're eating bugs, Del. Del, what are you doing? Do I really want to know? Why did I ask? Let's move on. Right, okay. First off, I think we'll have a look at this, the Rokstar from rockuniversal.co.uk. Now you all know about this, and at the time I said it had some problems with VG if you put them in with the wicking part of it, and I'm sure you'll remember that. It does like the PG mixes. There's one there. Can you see that? Can you? I bet you it don't focus now. Oh, isn't that sweet? It was trying. Very. Now, a lot of reports started coming in. The tanks were sort of crumbling, if you like. So Rock being a good vendor, like most of them out there, decided that that simply wasn't good enough and had a word. And what they've actually sent us, and what they'll be sending anybody who's got one of these as well, is a complete kit apart from the batteries. Okay, you have your cap, which is obviously a cap, 2 atomizers, new styly, and your new reservoirs for the liquid, or tank, not to be confused with anything else, like a VV. Let's move on. Right, I hope this is open one end. It isn't. Because my scissors are over there, which doesn't exactly do me a lot of good, does it? Let's see if I can get this open. Organisation is something I lack. It's at times like this I wish I was Tim. Just blow it up, you know. Oh, there we go, now it's open. Boom. Sorted. Alright, so you've got your new tank, which looks like this. Now I have got the other camera, but I'm on my own and I can't reach over there, believe it or not, so I'm not going to even attempt to, unless you like hearing cries. But there's a new tank, which looks relatively like the old one, with the exception of, hold it the right way, there. Now I'm going to take this one apart. Now wait a minute, I've actually got 2 here. I should have actually checked this out. That one hasn't. Right, let's see if I can get this undone, and then you will be able to see the difference. He says hopefully. Right, now just eat your heart out. Right. There's your old one. Come here, you. Let me put you in there, like that. Right, now there's your old one. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. Right, old styly. Yeah? See at the bottom there? What's up? It's not focusing too well, is it? There we go. Stop me adding there, and it will focus better. Okay, so I'll see the bit above there's your, where your finger is. You'll see this one hasn't got the tip in yet. But can you see the difference on the bottom there? You see? Now, what does this mean in real life? Well, hopefully I haven't tried any of the ranges, because I haven't got any, which made the last one go crumple wumple, which wasn't good for a tank, let's be honest. But I have got some of his blackcurrant juice in here. Sharp's warning people, if you're using these, be careful. Okay. I'm just going to, I don't know whether that'll show it. Whoops, try not to get the shake, Sandy. And take it about 2/3 full, which is as they recommended, which is about there really. I don't want to take it any more than that so it doesn't go down the centrepiece. Just suck the air back in there so it doesn't leak all over the place too much. And put the cap on. Keep the tank that way up, for very obvious reasons, because obviously if you turn it upside down at this point, yes, juice is good when it's in the side. Now you can just plonk that on your desk, and off you go. Do you ever get the feelings that sometimes, just sometimes, there's someone up there and they are determined that you have an interesting day? There it is. That's why I couldn't see it. So that's actually the second one. So let's take that one out, put it where it's supposed to be, which is in there. Oops, sorry, that was out of camera. Just screwed it on the inside there for obvious reasons. Now you can turn the tank whichever way you want. He says hopefully. Okay, now we turn it upside down and we'll put it in there. He says hopefully. It is possible. something this evening is going to go correct. There we go. Alright, so you put it on just tight. I'm just going to wipe it down because my fingers did get a little wet with handling the juice or the syringe. No matter how much you try it, I always seem to get some over my fingers. I don't know whether it happens to everybody else in the channel as well, but it's all good. Then you get one of your drip tips. Now these are a different size. I'm actually going to put one in another one here, which perhaps wasn't a good idea. For me anyway. And then we'll put that on there like that. So there you have. Would that be a V2 wood tank? I don't know. But hopefully it's all going to work as it's supposed to. And it does. Actually, there's more vapor than the other one. It'll be interesting to see the drop on them on these atties as well, see whether it's been affected at all. Almost burped then. Mustn't do that, I'm a gentleman. Hi-Fi says he's always getting juice on his fingers. Okay. Mr. Keith is, I'm always dribbling, must be my age. Wait. And Del Boy hasn't dribbled in months. Let's not go there. Okay, so I think the test is going to be to get some of the juices which make them go crumple crumple and give them a go, because he's not saying what these are actually made of. Evidently they're a stealth tank, so well, they are black with a bit of silver, but stealth ninja, you know, it's sort of like it's there but you don't know it's there. It can be there so long as it works. That's good. We must get hold of some juices, so either me or one of the other presenters will have to put them to the test, really, because it's got to be done, hasn't it, really. And if Tim Raw Veg is watching this, no, you cannot blow it up. Be good. Ish. Actually, no, when you blow things up, it is good. So, meh. I did have a get out clause there. Raw Veg has just typed in the chat there. Oh, but I did have a get out clause. I said it's fun when he does. So, you know. I shall not deny you your fun. Okay, so that's from Rock Universal, good old Greg, and evidently these are going out to all the customers who have the Rokstar, so you all should start getting these, if you haven't got them already, very soon. I think Dave Kitson hasn't got his yet, but I got mine on Saturday, so thank you for that one, Greg. I shall be putting it to the test. Don't worry, I won't blow it up much. Willow's just typed in the chat, yes, Del likes a good banging, apparently. And you know the way, don't you, Willow? It's that way. Corner. Yes, it's my show. Corners exists in my show. Anyway, I did say that I had a couple of recordings, pre-records, edited stuff, if you can call it editing, especially on my part. But I think we'll just have a look at these, an advert, and then I'll go and we'll have a look at that. Okay? See you in a minute. Be good. Which one should we use? That one. possibly some others, but hello. Little pre-record here, because I'm going to have a chat to you. Reference something which I got from Ben. That's from Ben. All having up at the knees up. But this particular one is not about that. This is about something else. What the hell did I just do with it? Ah! On my lap. Yes. Good old Ben. From there. You see there? Yeah. Ben. Do you know who I got it from now? Now he, as you know, has given these little devices here, Lavatube, and I do like my Lavatube, although admittedly I do use it on a tank. He said to me, have you tried the Lavatube, that's that big black thing there, on a high voltage atty? And I said to him, well no, because I haven't got any. It's a pretty good reason really when you think about it. So he said, I'll send you one over. So I thought, oh, thank you, a very nice person. So here we are, 1510 8 ohms or. Now this has been used. Whoa! Sorry people, my hands are not the best at the moment. Anyway, yeah, you can see it. You can see it's not shiny whiny in there. It has been used. It was used about 20 minutes ago, which is when I opened it up. Virginal did a thing here. However, the editing program decided that that simply wasn't good enough and didn't have any sound at all. So I've just done a couple of tests before this, and now hopefully we have sound. If we don't, I hope you can read, because I'm not doing it again. Well, not as a record anyway, I'll do it live instead. Hopefully then we will have sound. Anyway, we shall be unscrewing of the tank. There's that thing there, see? Tank. Anybody think of a better name for it? Because you get ego tanks, TW tanks, Janty tanks, whatever tanks. That's a bit on the large side to be really to be really called the same. So I don't know, perhaps ought to be a competition run as to renaming them. That obviously is a VV. Moving on. Established names and all that. Now I'm going to change the battery on there. There's an old one. There's a new one. Well, used. Unused. Not charged yet. Freshly charged. That'll do. Right. Sets it in the Lavatube. Screws the bottom of the Lavatube. We have had a look at these. In fact, most presenters have. Even I can use that one. Brilliant. Little knobbly bottom. Willow, you know the way. So do you, Mr. Dibley. I'll screw it onto the atomizer. Now, one thing I have noticed on that is it does sit rather proud. Can you? Is that going to show? Whoa. I have got the other camera, people, but I haven't got the stretch on my. But the behave. It's going to totally misbehave. It says I am not going to cooperate with you, but you can see. Oh, whoa, there we go. You can see that is sitting very high, to be fair. Now, that actually, thinking about it, may be why when you do this, and for the purposes of this demonstration, I shall be using some dark plums. Is it dark plums? No, it isn't. It's dried plums. from Daz, another well-known vendor. Very fond of taxi drivers, evidently. And I shall put on a little drip tip, just a little one, because you don't want to overpower it, do we? Make sure this is set for 6, because it would have defaulted down to 3. Is that? Yes. 6 volts. Dilbert. Let's have a toke. Ooh, that's rich. Get me coughing this odd as well. It's a lot richer and smoother than what the standards are, or even the e-cigz are in the tanks on the 6 volts. I must admit. And the burble says it likes the amount of juice I've got on there at the moment, but I think I've probably got one more toke before I have to top it up again. As a general rule, if you put 2 drops on, have 3 tokes. Depends on the atomizer you're using, obviously, but just be careful. If you don't hear that, or if you hear a hiss after you take your finger off the button, that means feed me now, okay? Virtual cookie to those of you who can name where that was from, and totally obliterated by me from. But it is a very nice, smooth, rich taste, I must admit. Now, if you go across to Ben at uk-eliquid.co.uk, getting better, didn't move my lips, I don't think. And see whether he's got any in at this one. If you can hear noise in the background, that's food being prepped by the others in the house, not the cats. Although the turkey or chicken involved, they probably would. That now needs a drop or 2. They are actually quite nice if you want that high voltage sensation, but personally, would I buy them? No, personally I wouldn't. I much prefer my tanks and the standards, to be fair. The higher voltages, they have much more of a kick, but high voltage, if you're going to be 7.4 volts vaping, as Jim loves, as you all know, and he'll be doing it again as soon as I get my touchwood back. It is not unpleasant, it is rather nice, to be fair. Very rich. Get yourself over and say hi and have a look at it, and if you want it, I'll pick one up. So thanks for that one, Ben. Yes, it is better on that than what it would be on another device, but I'm not going to put it on another device. I have done already, between the one that went tits up and this one, so I shall put that over there. And I didn't even get, well, I've got a couple of little drips in the end of my my collector there. Can you see that? So a bit drippy, but then as a male it comes naturally anyway. Right, moving on. Bye. I'm going to go back to the live studio now. You'll see me appear there in a second. You might hear some echo. If you do, don't worry, I'll I'll mute it. Bye. No echo. Excellent. Yeah, so that was my my little look at the high voltage atomizer, which I got from Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. Strangely enough, as I say, I was sitting rather proud on that one. In fact, it still is, as you can see. The other device, which I tried it on earlier, which is Throat HVV, does not like that at all. It just will not fire up at anything above 4.4 on the setting on this. It just goes fizzle fizzle, I'm not going to work anymore, which wasn't really very good. So I did have a little fiddle with it. In fact, I did have a little fiddle with it, so behave yourselves. Mr. Keith typed in the chat there. I nearly said in-game chat there. You can tell I run the gaming thing, don't you? The correct answer, Little Shop of Horrors. So your virtual cookie is on its way to you. Now, do you want a double choc chip one, or a minty choc chip one, or what? Answers on the chat, please. Because you've got to make sure you get the right virtual cookie, which is very important. I see Mr. Dibley's already joined us, which is a shame because he's already been sent to the corner. That's confusing. Yeah, extremely weak, and that's at that setting. Now, why are you refusing to do it? Now, I know this is probably going to come down to centre pin people. I can't mess around with it, unfortunately. Now it's refusing to work on anything on that one, which is a bit of a shame. Well, it's a bit of a shame because I could have shown you what it was like on a different device as well. So I shall put it back on my Lavatube. I shall screw it in nice and tight. Behave. That don't sound good. Uh-oh. I've broken it. Live on air, it's been kitsened. Damn you, Kitson. Yes. Yes, it's dead. That Atty is dead. No, sir, it's just sleeping. It's dead. Actually, let me just check something else. Let me unscrew that. It could be the battery on this, at least, has gone bye-bye. It shouldn't have done, because that was a new one this afternoon. Here's another charge one. I take the batteries out before the show because my USB for this camera plugs in at the top of my computer, and all my batteries are kept in a drawer which is just above where the computer is housed. Ergo, when the camera's plugged in, I can't get at the drawer, so I always try and make sure I've got batteries out in case I need them. Makes sense. It's dead, Jim. I have been afflicted by the Kitson bug. I didn't wave it around dry. I didn't force glass strip tips into it. I treated it well. For the length of probably an hour's worth of use. But it's an atomizer. And atomizers can last, well, anything from one toke up to absolutely months. I think there's a bit of a drop off at the end of that, but yes, that one has gone to meet the grain atomizer god in the sky. I love live programming. It's really good. You know, everything just falls nicely into its place. The presenters left there thinking, "Oh my god, no!" Gary Dibley's just typed in there, try it on another bit of kit, mate. Well, I did. I tried it on Throat Hits. I've tried it on the VV. Alright, let's try it on Silver Bullet. Oh, that's lush. That really is lush. Do you see the amount of vapour there, people? Could tell you more. Could do. A good person would do, but I'm not good. I'm bad, and I like teasing. So I'm going to tease it. Let's see whether this goes on this. That is totally and utterly dead. It is an ex-atty. It's dead. It has passed on. It has left this mortal coil, well, its mortal coil, and gone on to whatever it is that coils do when they cease to be. Perhaps Hi-Fi could answer what happens to them. I know Tim's answer to it. He blows them up. But, meh, never mind. So Ben, if you're watching this, it worked brilliantly for 25 minutes, mate. Don't worry about it. It's an atomizer. They die. They work. They die even quicker if you dry burn them. Not much quicker, in all honesty. Ooh, did I say that's brilliant? That it's got a nice kick in it. You know what I mean? A real nice kick, nice and rich. Right. Now, last week I had a look at some TW. I think this is the red label stuff. I haven't actually looked it up. Now, these were passed to us at Knees Up because of a shipping accident, which discoloured the bottles and stuff like that because they leaked a bit, as you see. And being a good vendor, he's handing them out for good causes like Camvic, Vic. Isn't that something you rub on your chest? It's definitely one of those days. Again, it's always one of those days on our shows. Right, now, what I need is a working atty. I has one somewhere here. I shall use, for your pleasure, a new 306, which was sent to me by Daz, e-cigz. I should just put it on there. That's if I can get this top off. And I can. Good. Now, you will notice in this demonstration of the juices that I have a brand new atty in there. My God, it focused. What the hell is going on? Without me having to put my hands in. Right, okay. I'll deal with you later. And you. Not you people in there, the camera. It's taking the mic. Now then, what I need now is something I can't see at the moment. Oh, hello, I'll use you. Ow. Sorry. My from Daz again. Now I am not going to dry burn this. Okay, people? I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just not going to do that. I've already had enough for this show with things going wrong. I'm going to put a couple of little drops of this in. Now, you'll have to excuse me for a minute because I am going to put my glasses on, because me trying to read the writing on these boxes is going to be interesting without it. Professor glasses on. Yeah, sit down, Mr. Bruce. I will take your thesis now. Now then. These are absolutely brilliant for me. I only use them for writing. Let's try and get a flavour. It's high. It's actually unreadable, and I don't have the box. Oh, wait a minute. That says it's something. Begins with a B. This is another banana. I thought I'd only picked up one. I'd actually picked up two. Now the last one we tried last week, I didn't reckon much of, as you remember. So I thought I'll give it another go. I've done it again. I've put it down. Where the hell did I put that? Hello. Ooh, sorry, that would have sounded very loud on that. My bad. Wait, wait. Yes, it sounds wet. That's good. Gently the first time, people. Prop handy. Hang on, I can't see now. Oh, there we go. Good for close up, but not much good for anything else. Did you hear that hiss? If you did, that's what I meant in that video. Is that means feed me. Okay. If you hear it, get some blooming juice on it quick, because if you don't, you may just say goodbye to your Atty, and that's a 306, so I don't really want to say goodbye to it. A lot of people wonder why I blow down the end of these. It's to make sure. Sometimes when you put drips in on these drip tips, now it's not really a problem with this one per se because it's quite wide, but sometimes when you drip into some of these drip tips, you will get like a little film across just underneath the bowl, and of course when you then inhale, you get juice in the mouth. It's not pleasant. I like to vape my juice, not taste it, to be fair. There's still a little bit of a hiss there, but it's certainly flavoursome. It doesn't actually taste... What's it now? That banana is actually rather nice. Let's just have a quick look. Let's just empty that one out. Put that down there. And it does smell like banana as well. No banana pulp you get. Okay, so scent wise, it's not too bad. No hissy. Well, I'll drown in a minute. That doesn't taste like the one I had, or me and Jim tried last week. Or my taste buds have gone totally different. That's actually rather nice. Quite rich, mellow, not over sweet. That would go particularly well in a tank. Can you guess where that bottle's going to be going? Because unfortunately last week, or rather between last week's show and this week, the minty choco chip, which is menthol with chocolate hint on it, sorry Dave, it's alright mate, it's okay, just pretend I never said it, actually ran out, and I was most sad. I really was, because I like that stuff. The trouble is I like it so much I just sort of, oh I've got some, and vape it to death, and it was vaped to death. So that's gone. Right, I'm going to have another little toke of another one, and then I'm going to show you a little thingy which Jimmy's done. Behave yourselves. I know your minds. I wish I didn't. But then again, in all honesty, they're not much different from mine, really, are they? Pure. Pure as the driven snow. M1, Friday night, rush hour. Now that's what I mean, see? Can you see that, people? You see the film that's left there? That is why I would give it a little blow. It just gets worse, doesn't it? Do you know, there's more innuendos in this vaping stuff than James Bond and Carry On films put together. Still got a bit of juice in my mouth. Taste wise, that's totally different. It's a bit tangy actually. And maybe the taste. Hold on a minute. That is no chocolate. I've had a few chocolates because I quite like chocolate. without disparaging, back to the drawing board. It has the tiniest hint of a bit of chocolate in there, but it is so minute as to be overpowered really to a vast extent by anything else which is in there. That isn't a very nice chocolate, to be fair. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all on that one. And as I say, I have had a few chocolates. No, that one needs to go back to the drawing board. I would actually recommend that someone gets hold of a lot of Cadbury chocolate bars and open up the packet and just sit there and sniff it for a while. And that may give them the answer and the inspiration to make a chocolate one. Because that isn't. Not to me. No, that isn't at all. And on that note, I'm going to play some more adverts and then we'll have a look at what Jim did. Okay, people? I shall be back shortly if I can find out where I was. I can. Hello. Bye-bye.
So I'm outside the Anchor with the Du Bocage box mod. Lovely wooden box mod. Me and Jess have just stopped off at the Anchor in tea rooms and assorted other things outside Tintern Abbey. What better place to review such a gorgeous box as a pub? I'll show you a shot of the pub now. There was the pub. Did you enjoy that look at the pub? It's a lovely pub. Prices are a bit steep. Never mind. Perfectly alright with me vaping inside. Not a problem at all. As you can see from the video, it's a lovely, it is tiny inside, but it's gorgeous, full of character, and they've got lovely beer. Otter ale. Thank you very much. So far, I just drove up here with this. And it keeps on going dry. I'll explain a bit more later on. I might have already explained a little bit, depending on whether the battery dies on this camera. As you can see on top there, there's quite a lot of juice building up on top because I can't quite figure out how to feed my atomizer, because there's no spear going up inside the atty. So I've got to flood the underneath of the atty and just suck it up, or push the bottle at the same time as pressing the button to be able to get any juice into the atty. Which is a bit of a pain in the arse, if I'm honest. Never mind, we'll move on to that later, when I've got someone on camera, possibly, maybe, depends whether she's shy. So for now I'm going to go and eat my lovely burger with bouillon cheese and streaky, crispy bacon, while Jess munches on her prawns. Surely that should be the other way around. Never mind. Ah! Oh, sorry about the tooth shot. Ew. That's better. This is Mist 1, Mist 3, and we're missing the other mists, 2 and 4.
We can't count.
Yeah, we can. And we're in Tintern Abbey, that way. Great cam work, I know.
We are the best.
Yes, teeth, half shot of me. And we've got this. Oh look, that's perfectly in shot. See, I can film e-cigz, but I can't film myself. Or just. See, that's one slight problem with this. This is the du bocage, and it's a bit burny because there isn't a little spear coming out of there to go into the atomizer there. It's a bit of a bugger because you've got to get the right amount of juice pushed up just underneath the atty, if that'll focus. I can't see if that'll focus. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. You'll get just the right amount of juice up, and as you can see, that's splurged all over the place, so you get the splurgy bit on the top. To be able to get it up onto the wick, which is the only main bad point about it. It's a lovely device. I'm going to show you a little video clip of in the pub we've just been in with lovely ale. Food was alright, a bit expensive for what they gave us, but never mind.
Cheapskate.
Shut up. Just because I was paying.
That's a very fancy nib you've got there, James.
I must point out, I've been instructed to point out that this is Jess's drip tip, even though she hasn't got an e-cig yet. Quite glad to say she hasn't smoked for ages, but she hasn't got an e-cig yet. She might as well just not bother, dear. I'm being saluted with one finger.
Would you prefer two?
I repeat the question. But anyway, this is the du bocage. Lovely looking, but it's a shame about the feed. It's much better than the monkey box, because right now I'm meant to be holding the monkey box in my hand. And right after this video is going to be a little rant about that. Yeah, we've already shown you it, but you can take this apart while you're on the move. And look, there's a little bendy straw inside that goes right down, and it's fully bendy, if I can get a good hold on it, and you can take the bottle out and refill it. Now there's a novel concept, more about that later. But for now, have some little shots of this wonderful habit here in Tintern, not Tintin, Tintern, just so I've got the flick. Have a look, we'll show you it, show you the pub, and quite possibly Jess's arse. Bye! Yeah, this is a lovely wooden e-cig, and it looked great sat in the pub, but at the end of the day, as a bottom feeder, I really don't like it. Most of my juice is going all over the place. It's not really for me. I'll stick to the GG with an AFS. I think.
You think?
I think.
You think?
Occasionally.
Not very often.
No.
Now then, tradition dictates that I've got to do a quick roundup. As you can see, I haven't got the box in my hand. It's in my other hand. That film was the first day of me actually using it. And it does take a bit of getting used to for the juice feeding. I still don't like it because I used up the full bottle of juice there. Used it all up. And I didn't get much vape from it, to be perfectly honest, because most of the juice ended up
down the side of the box, and on bits of tissue paper in my shirt. So yeah, I think these sort of bottom feeding devices with the bottle and the tube going through aren't for me whatsoever. To people that they are for, and they get them to work, jolly good, well done you, but not for me. Definitely not. I would still much rather drip. Now don't get me wrong, this box is absolutely stunning. I love the way it's made, I love the finish, and it actually feels really good to hold in your hand. And ooh, there's the camera. That is just really good to hold in your hand. It's just the juice feeding that I don't get on with. Now, unfortunately, as I'm sure you're aware, I'm currently getting very, very drunk in Cardiff. Staff party just before Christmas. I was going to have a rant about the monkey box. That'll have to wait till next week. I don't know when Andy's got to send it back. We'll give it back to Tim, but I'll still be able to rant about it, I'm sure. Or Andy can quickly show you a few little things to drop a hint as to why I'm going to have such a rant about it. Nah, never mind, I digress. A duplicage, beautiful mod, but the bottom feeding part of it isn't for me. If it's for you, get one. If you like these bottom feeders, then get one, because it's brilliant, much better than a plastic box. It just feels so right, and when you can smell RY6 coming from the box, it's lovely. It just works. So if you like your tobacco flavours, I reckon this sort of mod's for you. It is. But there we are. That was a duplicage, and my little hastily cobbled together video. And I think it's time for some outtakes. Yes, outtakes are good. Cue outtakes.
And here in the native wilderness, the Jessica, running away from the puddle splashing. There she is, in her natural habitat, wide mouth open, ready for the kill. And she's off. She's seen some prey. Prey.
Are you recording or taking a picture?
Just taking a picture.
That's recording!
Hello. I've just been asked if I want any footage of Jessie's bum. This is the answer. I'm guessing that was the original frontage.
Is that the door I
It
nearly
looks
broke?
bloody grand.
Is
very
that the
tall.
door I nearly broke?
That is the door you nearly broke, darling, yes. I took a picture of you nearly breaking that.
Don't tell me.
Wipey. Focus. Focus. It's focus.
Actually, I think I cut that off early. If I did, sorry Dave. Please forgive me. Actually, I was looking at the time there and thinking, oh my god, did I leave it too late with Jim's? But yes. Actually, I was watching in the chat there as that was playing, and Raw Veg said he would have to come and show Jim how to do that. really. Do we foresee a trip down to the depths or the tip of Herefordshire? Watch this space, maybe. Or maybe we'll go up to see Tim. So he can show us how it's done. It's pointless for me anyway, being bottom fed. I can't use it personally, or I can't use that part of it personally, which is why I purposely left it out on my little review of the monkey box, which is a brilliant piece of kit. I think it's one of those things you're either used to it or not, but once you've probably been shown how to use it, we don't know it all, unfortunately. It's probably a bloody good bit of kit. I had to think very carefully there before I got it, before I drop myself in it. What's going on? Right. Oh, Gary Dibley's just off on the chat. Well, I've only got a couple of minutes left now, according to my clock. So I'm just going to have a quick talk of this. Now, hi-fi, if you're watching this, make sure you're sat down and put a blindfold over, okay? Because I'm just going to give this one a little go. The reason why I say that is that it quite clearly says, don't tell him people, menthol, okay? He's hoping that he had his hands over his ears and going, la 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 la, I can't hear you. That's strong. Not menthol wise, but on the lips. I think I got a bit of the juice on. Vaporman says corner, Andy. I'm sorry, as a presenter I can't go to the corner. I don't know the way, Kat hasn't sent me there yet. Yes, okay, that is menthol. That is menthol. It's a medium strength menthol. It's not a kick you in your teeth one. And it's not a weak sort of, what did I just have there? It is a good middle of the road. It's not too bad, to be fair. As a sort of a evening mellow one, doesn't come close to TW's Minty Choc. I will make that perfectly clear. Not close. No contest. This? No. That? Menthol. Minty menthol. Nectar of the gods. Never been banned from a TV channel before. I will do if I carry on. Sorry, high five. Oh. Evidently Carpet Doctor has lost picture, only sound. Well, if you've lost a picture, it means you don't have to look at me, so there are some bonuses there. That's not too bad. But I think, looking at this lot here, it's about time that I said bye-bye to you all. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Or maybe before. Who knows? As far as this is concerned, though, this is lush, and you need to be watching these shows throughout the week, because maybe, just maybe, someone will let you know what they are. Bye.